Good morning, folks. It is Buck Nasty, and today, since it's a lot cooler out, we're at the rifle range, and we got the Remington 760 Game Master back, and this time we're shooting some factory Remington ammo. 30-06 as always. Shouldn't say as always, but normally my go-to. 180 grain Corlock soft point, not to be mistaken with the PSP bullet, which is pointed soft point. This is the original 180 grain soft point. I'll show you what I mean by that. And then we have the 165 PSP bullet, and I love the 165s. I have, with Sierra Game Kings, I've busted through both shoulders of a white-tailed deer. I've busted through the shoulders with on hogs. So them 165s work great. And I'm going to show you the difference between a PSP bullet and an SP bullet for people that don't know. Alright folks, so this is the 165 grain PSP bullet. I don't know if you can see how it's pointed soft point. I don't know if I can really zoom in on that. Pointed soft point. Then we have the traditional SP bullet, which is just soft point. Big giant. It's kind of like a round nose, but they didn't call these round nose back in the day. They just called these soft points back in the day. That is a traditional deer bullet right there. Doesn't get much more traditional than that. Oh, see, the camera just zoomed in just perfectly. That is the most traditional looking, in my opinion, deer hunting classic there is. Back in the day, this was like a premium bullet too. The Remington 180 grain Corlocks. These were like the best back in the day, or what people were like. Oh yeah, the Corlocks. But so that's the difference. So PSP pointed soft point, SP just soft point. All right. So let me make sure I put them in the bag in the right box. Yeah, there is a diagram on the back of these boxes too, folks. See the difference? But yeah, that is some traditional stuff right there. Alright, and we're shooting 100 yards. These are both brand new boxes. So let's I'm going to shoot the 165s first. See how the gun likes it. Also, I'd like to add that normally when I shoot this rifle, I have the barrel sitting on the bag here. But I've seen a few people shoot these guns with the receiver touching the bag. So I'm going to try that to see if it makes a difference with accuracy or not. Probably won't, but you never know. You'd be surprised at odd little things. Alright. You know, folks, if you go online and look for these things, these 760 mags, or the Remington 740, 742 mags, 750 mags, you know, them things brand new in the box from back in the day are going for $200 a box. So let me tell you something. Don't lose your mag. Alright? Else you're going to be in some deep trouble, and you ain't going to be able to find one, and two, it's going to be expensive. Alright, first shots. I already tell I don't like it sitting on that forearm, sitting on the thing, because it moves around quite a bit. Just had a squirrel run across the top of the range. Okay, that shot low. Alright folks, so I just shot the first round, it shot low, and as always I let the barrel cool at least 2 to 3 minutes in between each shot. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do to save on video time and not to bore you guys is I'm just gonna shoot 3 shots and then go down range and show you the target. Alright. Alright folks, I just shot my second shot and it shot just a little under the last one at about, let's see here, just under it a little bit. Alright. We'll let the barrel cool a couple minutes and I'll shoot again. Alright folks, I just fired my third shot. Gonna go and see what that did downrange. You know what? It's kind of ironic that I'm wearing a Browning hat and I'm shooting a Remington. Now, some of you, anybody that knows me knows that I am a die-hard Browning guy. And when I was younger, I preached Browning rifles and shotguns and everything like that. And that's just, you know what, was given to me. Also, because I'm left-handed, it wasn't easy to get left-hand rifles. And the local gun shop, well, I had to actually go to a special gun shop to go and find a rifle for me, and they had one. The old left-handed Browning A-bolt 30-06. So you can see why I'm a big 30-06 guy, and Browning. That's what I grew up with. Alright. Oh no. First, second, third. I don't know what the hell happened. I felt good on all my squeezes, but I was hoping it was going to land right here. It landed there. I don't know. Well, I'm going to try the 180s. I'm going to patch the target up and try the 180s. See what happens. I'm not gonna adjust the scope yet. I also would like to add that in those Facebook chat groups and stuff like that, I'd asked, put it out there like, hey, anybody that's got a 30-06 Remington 760, what does your rifle like? A lot of people said, Remington Corlocks, 150, 165, 180s. Some people said the hand loaders said the Sierra Game King bullets or the Sierra Pro Hunter bullets. I'll probably never put a ballistic tip in this rifle because I tried to shoot ballistic tips in the 740 and they would just jam up and jack up the tip, and so I kind of imagine this might happen too, and maybe not. We'll see. Alright folks, time for them 180 grain soft points. The original mushroom, like legit, like this is the original soft point, not pointed at soft point. I have very high hopes for this. I really hope this works because I like the fact that it's classic with classic. Alright, 3 shots. You know what? I'm going to do a 4th one just because it is a classic. Alright. Let's see what happens. Alright, first shot with the 180s. Okay, we are probably about an inch and a half to the right. I don't know if y'all could see the recoil difference. Wasn't too much recoil difference if you're wondering between a 165 and a 180. A little bit, but when you're staring down a white-tailed deer or elk or black bear, you ain't gonna know the difference between a 165 and a 180, folks. I also want to add feeding with these round noses or soft points for some weird reason. This rifle seems a lot slicker. I don't know why, but it does. Crazy. It's almost like the gun knows, like, yep, this is my dream combo. Hopefully, we'll find out in 3 more shots. That shot to the left. I'm not loving where this is going right now. I'm a little worried actually now. I hyped up these SP bullets and they're not shooting good out of this rifle. You know, I just had a thought, folks. There's a difference between when this is sitting. It might be accuracy difference between this sitting instead of the barrel just sitting on there. I'm thinking maybe that's why my groups are a little wide, because I've heard rumors of the studs, you know, the little, you know, sling studs affecting accuracy. People with those tripods clamped on the end of their guns affect accuracy. I've heard that. I've heard all kinds of different things. And the newest one that I heard of was the sling studs, which this doesn't have a stud right there. It's got a stud up front. So, and normally when I shoot this gun, I just have the barrel sitting on there too. So I may have just putting myself into some more punishment testing. But yeah, we'll see. Alright folks, just fired my 4 rounds. I'm gonna see what we got going on down there. Well folks, let me tell you right now, I'm already gonna be switching brands when you see this group. So I'll probably get my hands on some Federal blue box, and then after that my hands on maybe some, I don't know, try to reload for it too maybe. I gotta be careful with that because it is a pump action, not a bolt action, so I gotta be careful there. You gotta remember that when you're reloading for damn, mosquitoes are coming out. I'm gonna have to cut this session short and not do that test, but oh, where the hell's my 4th shot? There it is. Okay, folks. First, second, third, 4th. That is all over the place. That is not good at all. Mosquitoes. So I guess I'm gonna have to wrap that up because I'm getting chewed up. Damn bugs. You know, every summer I say this, and maybe some of y'all say this too. Why did the good Lord invent mosquitoes and you know, he created everything? Why did he make mosquitoes? But that is just piss poor. I've gotten that out of Winchester ammo. Had to throw a knockout there at Winchester. But alright folks, this is Buck Nasty signing off and saying that we're gonna try to find something this gun likes, because as of right now it does not like the 165s, it does not like the 180s. Gonna try to reload some 220s for it. Alright, y'all take care.